United States condemns Boko Haram atrocities amid USAID funding claim. I tell you, news came out that USAID has been, which is USAID, has been responsible for the sponsorship of the terrorist organization in Nigeria, like what is named, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, and the Lakurawa. So with all of this happening, the South, have been shouting. Then the North have been shouting too, that they've been telling them that they are sponsoring. Now the secret is open. The Western government is responsible. So, but now with all of this raging on, the U.S. consulate in Nigeria, or U.S. mission to Nigeria, has come out to condemn those atrocities. But then, let's get it right. I'm sure this is not a statement for them to just, clear their face of shame. But this is a very big, no wonder, what do they call them? No wonder the president, Donald Trump, is trying to pull out the U.S. from United Nations and some other USAID activity. So the United States mission to Nigeria on Tuesday condemned the atrocities by the Boko Haram terror group in Nigeria, noting that the American government continues to work with Nigeria and regional partners to counter terrorism. When a political statement is made, you just see it glaring. So in a statement posted on Tuesday via its verified X handle, the U.S. mission to Nigeria noted that the Secretary of State designated Boko Haram a foreign terrorist organization on November 14, 2013, to block the organization's asset and fundraising efforts, prosecute individual members, and restrict their travel to the United States. So the Tuesday statement came on the heels of the claim by U.S. Congressman Scott Perry, Scott Perry, that USAID is funding Boko Haram and other terror organizations in Africa and beyond. Hey, I am telling you, that guy was blunt enough to reveal it at the U.S. Congress. So during the inaugural hearing of the subcommittee on delivering on good government efficiency on Thursday, Perry, a Republican representing Pennsylvania, claimed that the U.S. agency was directing nearly $697 million annually to these groups, including ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and Boko Haram, and that funds were supporting terrorist training camps. Can you imagine? That was a very big secret that was released, though. And those people, once they hear something, they don't care. They will blow it out the way it is. So, and now, instead of the U.S. government now from the White House to come and or U.S. presidency to come and defend themselves, it is the consulate in Nigeria or U.S. mission to Nigeria that is defending the U.S. government in this matter now. This is a show of shame, I'm telling you. So in a video that went viral, Perry said, "Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $607 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds in madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS, Khorasan, terrorist training camps, that's what it is funding." This is serious. This is serious. So the claim by the congressman comes amid the push by American President Donald Trump to cut foreign aid. Exactly. Trump issued a directive on January 20, 2025, suspending all foreign aid for 90 days due to global instability and misalignments with American interests. The suspension has sparked calls for a thorough review of funds distributed by the U.S. Agency for International Development, particularly those allocated to health programs. So in the Tuesday statement, the U.S. mission to Nigeria noted that comprehensive monitoring and evaluation systems are in place to help verify that U.S. assistance reaches intended recipients. Can you see now? This man has not really said anything. He just, succeeded in reiterating the aid that America is giving to Africa. Whether they are sponsoring or supporting this Boko Haram is another big issue. So they are condemning the activity of Boko Haram so that it will prove that they are not supporting them, Abi. This is serious. So the statement added, the United States condemns the violence and blatant disregard for human life perpetrated by Boko Haram and other terrorist groups in Nigeria and the region. So the Secretary of State designated Boko Haram a foreign terrorist organization on November 14, 2013 to block the organization's assets and fundraising efforts, prosecute individual members, and restrict their travel to the United States. So the United States continues to work with the Nigeria and regional partners to counter terrorism. The English they speak. This guy has not really said anything here. Okay, so you're refuting the claim, Abby. We're expecting the Congress in the US to say something about it. We're expecting the White House to say something about it. But I know that Donald Trump has a different view. Donald Trump feels that the money that the US is sending out is probably not getting to the intended recipients, or probably is getting is used wrongly and is draining US economy. And they say US is not for that Christmas, so they have to stop some of those aids to the outside world and then let them build their country. Well, you can't blame him for that. Everybody has responsibility to build this country, and no one country will be a Father Christmas to another. If all the leaders of all the countries in the world can be responsible enough to develop their countries, nobody will give aid to another one. That is it. Somebody is saying, I expect to hear rebuttal of the weighty allegation. Instead, I am seeing condemnation of terrorist groups your organization is being accused of funding. Exactly. Let him say that we are not funding them. This is what we are doing, and then it will be a clear message. But I smell something here. Immediately, the U.S. mission to Nigeria is unable to categorically deny the allegation. Rather, is talking about condemning the activities of the Boko Haram right from 2013 till now. It's all story. I'm telling you, they are just cooked up stories. So he should categorically deny the allegation and prove to Africa and to Nigeria that they're going to investigate it and prosecute it if, for some reasons, the Usaid to Nigeria and to Africa was misdirected to the wrong people and it didn't get to the right intended recipient. That is what we want to hear. But coming out now, leaving all of that allegation, not even denying the allegation, now coming to talk about condemning the activities of Boko Haram, I smell rat there. I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. And Scott Perry was quick to, or rather could not bear it anymore. It's a Republican, and now Republicans are in power, not the Democrats. Now we see what is happening. Probably this was championed, just like some other persons are saying, that it was championed during Obama's government, and all those people were because of their religious beliefs, they supported themselves. Okay, and the Democrats, they will always sell freedom for you, and you think that freedom they're selling for you is cheap or is free, but it's not always free. Okay, now Republicans are in power and they are probably going to reverse all of this. But again, after Obama, what is his name? Trump came in for the first term, but he didn't do anything about that. Well, probably his attention could have gone to everything. But now, because even this one, it was not Trump that revealed it. It was the congressman, Scott Perry, that revealed it. So it means that they are now going to put a focus on that. Because I know what is driving that is that Trump is looking at where U.S. is experiencing economic leakages, where they're wasting money, where they're spending where they should not spend. Those are the things he's looking out for to correct. So now that this one has been exposed, I tell you, let's see how it goes. That is why they keep telling us that this Western world, that the people ruling Africa indirectly from the back end, using the presidents of Africa nations as puppets on power. I'm telling you. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.